Hey everybody, this is Grizzly here. Today for review I have the Ken Onion Worksharp. This is the deluxe version of the standard Worksharp. This has a bigger motor and this can also have different attachments on it. We'll go ahead and start getting into the uses of the Ken Onion Worksharp right now. Let's go ahead and get started on the belt grinding attachment right here, which is a standard attachment that comes with the Ken Onion Worksharp. And this right here is where you put your blades. You can take a blade and just set it in there and then just run it through the sharpener and get it sharper. And it turns anything you want into a razor blade. I can shave with this knife. I don't advise you shave with a knife that you sharpen, well, unless you want to. But I think this is outstanding. It has a cord on it that all you have to do is plug it into the wall. For the operation and the how fast you want the belt to be moving is the trigger right here. Slow, fast, faster, fastest. And as you can see on this side, there's a button right here. You can pull this all the way down and hit that button, and it locks it into place just like this. And now it's set at a low belt speed, and then there's this dial right here where you can dial up to get faster belt speeds or slower belt speeds. And right here, this blade guide right here also adjusts to the angle that you would like to sharpen your edge at. So let's say right now I have it set to 25-degree angle that I'd be sharpening blades at. And you can also remove this if you don't want it. It's pretty easy to take off. It just clicks into place. It has these lips right here that just slide over this, and they click into this head of the screw right here. So all you have to do if you want to put it back on there, just slide it back on there and click it into place. And I'm going to go ahead and pull this off and show you that you don't have to have it on there, and it'll still work. So if you would like to use this and at different angles to sharpen different tools, it clicks into places. It clicks in at different angles. So you can mount this to a workbench, and you can use it in that application. You can just mount it to a bench because it has screw holes right here. And the box that it comes in, it's actually attached to the box through those holes. So it's very easy to mount the Worksharp to a bench or wherever you'd like to mount it to. Alright, and I have used this thing to sharpen many different tools. I've used it to sharpen my tomahawk. This thing is super sharp. My gutting knife, this thing is also very sharp. I've used this thing. This is just some piece of steel my buddy cut out, and then I put an edge on this, and this is also extremely sharp. My CRKT pocket knife, this is already sharp to begin with. I love this thing, and I sharpened it even more. You know, it'll do anything from this size right here to this size right here. This is a Cold Steel Gladius machete, and this thing is pretty freaking cool. Pretty sharp out of the box, and I just made it even sharper. Like, you got to be careful with this thing. That's how sharp this thing comes. You know, it'll do daggers. I've sharpened my dagger. This thing had huge gouges in the blade and chips in the blade, and this thing just straightened it right out. As you can see, shiny, looks nice, and this is made out of UC204 stainless steel, and this was made in Taiwan. I got this at a flea market for $1. This dude had it was like his garage sale type thing. He just pulled up and was selling a bunch of his stuff, and so I bought it for $1. And I mean, this Ken Onion Worksharp is awesome. This thing right here is the edge guide, as it says right here. And what that does is, as you're running your knife through the sharpener, you don't roll your tip, because if you don't have that guide right there, you'll mess up the tip on your knife. And if you don't like that, you can always just pull back, move it like that, and it stows away. So if you just want to run it like that and you really don't care, or if you have your blade guides taken off, it just stows away. Or if you want to have it out and run however you want it at any angle, it works just the same. It's great. And also, with this thing right here, you can pull this thing off, and Worksharp makes different attachments that attaches to the motor. So you have your standard blade edge sharpening attachment right here, and there's also other attachments. There's garden and tool sharpeners. There's belt grinding attachments. So this is technically a belt sharpener, but there's also other attachments that you can just put on this thing. It's really cool, and it's a modular system. I like it a lot, and I can't wait to try out some of the other attachments for this system. And let's go ahead and show you how to use this thing. I'll go ahead and use this, and I'm going to go ahead and throw the blade guide back on, and I'm going to go ahead and put it at 30 degrees for this knife right here. It's kind of a pain, but just tighten and loosen it, and you just slide it back on and click it into place. Alright, and I'm going to deploy the edge guide so that way I don't roll the tip on this knife right here. And I'm just going to go ahead and show you how to use this thing. I like to grip it like this, where your thumb's right here, so you can index along the bevel of the edge. So, alright, I'm going to go ahead and start off slow, and you can just drop through. Now the other side. And you just want to make a couple passes just like this, and look at your edge and see how it's doing, so that way you can always take more off, but you can never put more back on. And it's really sharp right now. Let me grab a piece of paper to cut. Well, I got some cardboard right here. I'll go ahead and cut some cardboard. Alrighty, go ahead and get this out of the way. Alright, and this has all kinds of tape and stuff on it. So just go ahead and this thing is just sliding through this cardboard right here. We'll just go ahead. There's a sticker right there. Let's go ahead and try this side. And this side has tape. As you can see, it just slides through this cardboard, and I can do that with any edge. This tomahawk only has a 3.5 inch cutting edge, and it just slides through it. No effort. The Ken Onion Worksharp, my favorite knife sharpener so far. I work in the kitchen. I've used lots and lots of knife sharpeners. Nothing does as good as a job as this thing can do. And it doesn't destroy your edge like the Smith knife sharpeners. They have the carbide blades in there that just scrape metal off. And the advantage to the belt sharpener is that whenever you use a stone, it's just a perfect V. Well, anyway, if you have over the life of a knife, you're just eating away, and the thicker, because the knife gets thicker as you go farther up the edge, and your edge geometry will over time get thicker. Well, with a belt sharpener, it has a rounded edge, and let me see if I can find a perfect demonstration of that. Well, anyway, the rounded edge is tougher, stronger, and stays sharper longer than the normal edge that you can get on with a stone. And that's what makes the belt grinder superior, I think, is that I can sharpen it and it'll stay sharper longer. And it's going to have the same geometry at this part of the blade, life, that it will all the way up here. So if you use your knife a lot and you end up sharpening and dulling your knife a lot, this thing is perfect. I've taken this to work and sharpened all the kitchen knives we have in the back. It's perfect, you know, any kind of knife. And obviously any kind of sword machete thing or tomahawk, it works perfect. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, have a nice day.